เคสวัสดีค่ะชื่อปีใหม่สุขสวัสดิ์วงศ์ชมพูนะคะมิสแกรนด์ลาวปี 2024 นะคะปีใหม่อายุ 28 ปีค่ะปัจจุบันทำอาชีพเป็นฟิตเนสเทรนเนอร์แล้วก็เป็นครูสอนโยคะค่ะขอบคุณมากค่ะคุณแม่
A major controversy has erupted in Laos regarding Miss Grand Laos giving interviews in English. By Som S2P. Miss Grand Laos is currently facing intense criticism in Lao society for giving interviews in Thai language, leading to accusations that she has forgotten her own nationality and culture. People in Laos are questioning why a country representative would speak Thai on social media, while some maintain that Isan language, which is the language of Lao people, is being overlooked. They believe that certain government officials still hold conservative views and cannot distinguish between politics and history, resulting in debates about neglecting ancestral culture and acceptance of linguistic diversity. Additionally, there are references to an interview with a Lao actor who stated that if given a choice, they would prefer to be born Thai, raising questions about national pride and culture that is considered Laotian but appears to be blending with Thai cultural perspectives. Miss Grand Laos's work in the pageant in Thailand seems to be viewed as an attempt to gain acceptance and success in the entertainment industry there. There are also issues with unity among Lao people who cannot support each other due to political tensions that have infiltrated every aspect of life and undermined national solidarity. Appearing on Thai television is considered an important opportunity that could help build reputation and generate income for Miss Grand Laos in the future, as current Lao society relies on Thailand in many aspects. If the new generation in Laos continues to wait for leaders who lack sufficient knowledge and education, development opportunities will become increasingly limited. The daily life of Lao people who don't develop their minds and abilities may lead to future problems. Working abroad or speaking the language of other countries will help build a growing fan base. Meanwhile, the mindset of the older generation who cannot adapt to modern times causes the younger generation to disagree and reject them. These factors lead to thinking patterns that may cause society to lose its power for further development. Without change, the hopes for growth and future building among youth will continue to diminish. Controversy reaches Lao Ministry of Culture. Lao beauty queen speaks Thai. The Lao Ministry of Culture has had to intervene following criticism of a Lao beauty queen speaking Thai, which has become a major issue in Lao People's Democratic Republic. Followers of the news have been invited to participate in discussing this matter, with calls for the ministry to investigate the beauty queen's use of Thai language, as some groups still oppose the Thai language and hold unfavorable attitudes toward these changes, especially as Lao teenagers begin adopting Thai accents. Comments expressing concern about the loss of national identity and culture have been circulating on social media, questioning the appropriateness of sending beauty queens to compete abroad, particularly in Thailand. The younger generation, however, holds different views, seeing Thai language ability as a skill worthy of respect, indicating changing societal perspectives. This has created a divide between the elderly and younger generations regarding language use and culture. The older generation continues to hold nationalist views and often maintains negative attitudes toward the Thai language, while teenagers are unconcerned and view speaking Thai as a personal right and ability. This debate is attracting public attention as it reflects conflicts in Lao society related to history and national identity. There are also calls for the older generation to consider societal needs and changes. This tension affects Thai-Lao relations, particularly when criticisms extend to speaking patterns and occasional mutual antagonism. The older generation in Laos needs to adapt, perhaps beginning to understand that social changes involve dialogue and learning amid cultural diversity. Meanwhile, the younger generation has opportunities to be more open to receiving information and embracing linguistic and cultural diversity in the future. Most Thai people don't take these issues seriously, especially considering Laos is a small country with approximately 6 to 7 million people, and often feel sympathy regarding their relationship, particularly in the Isan region where culture and language are similar. Everyone can understand each other without translation, making multilingual conversations natural in this context. Thai people typically don't pay attention to concerns from the older generation in Laos. From their perspective, if Lao people maintain tense attitudes, there might be some barking back and forth, but real action would show differences. They call for all parties to accept that no one can easily control or colonize others. Discussions about history and current situations reflect conflicting viewpoints. Thai people's dismissal of elderly Laos groups may stem from not understanding cultural complexities. Meanwhile, the younger generation sees this as an opportunity to create dialogue and expand more open-minded thinking, hoping that social changes will lead to better linguistic and cultural evolution in the future. Finally, Mae Thip, the icon of Laos, has fled the country and is extremely wealthy. Mae Thip, who was considered an icon in Laos, has fled the country with billions in assets, leaving Laotian authorities with limited options for action. She is currently living comfortably abroad and has been sharing information about the situation in Laos, which is full of damages. However, Laotian people are afraid to file complaints for fear of retaliation and wanting to avoid trouble. This has led to recommendations for victims to unite in filing complaints, referencing how the situation differs from Thailand, where victims have easier access to assistance. In Laos, victims must bear their own expenses and receive no support from any organizations. After this escape, the situation in Laos remains quiet, with no movement from officials or disclosure of information related to past investment fraud. Many victims fear legal proceedings, and it's notable that money can significantly influence legal proceedings in Laos, causing people to be reluctant to report corruption. Although Mae Thip claims that no one dares to join in filing complaints, there are still incidents indicating social injustice in Laos involving officials who may be complicit in corruption, making the hope for justice restoration in Laos seem distant. The published information is crucial for awareness of societal damage, and there are efforts calling for serious handling of this issue. Mae Thip, who fled abroad, has taken on a role in online sales, using strategies to promote products through people with attractive appearances and good profiles to build buyer confidence. Using celebrities or influencers to promote products creates consumer confidence that buying the products will lead to success or beauty as seen in advertisements, without knowing that such success comes from surgery or million-dollar investments. While promoted products like soaps or toothbrushes lack quality, they are viewed as pathways to success. The situation in Laos is comparable to Thailand, where currently almost all actors and celebrities are being arrested. This perspective is being used to encourage society to value the disclosure of wrongdoing and the demand for justice. Despite feedback from Lao people that filing complaints rarely results in money recovery and feels like a waste of time, while many decide not to file complaints to avoid problems with officials despite suffering damages, maintaining personal well-being continues to be prioritized in Lao society. I hope everyone who watches will understand and consider. Please help keep an eye out and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.